So today I just wanted to give you guys a few ways to really start enjoying what you're doing as far as workouts go, because I think we all get into a routine, especially when we're following a structured program or we've followed something that somebody has laid out for us fitness wise, and once we've done it for a while, and it depends, person to person, but once we've done it for a while, we get into this kind of slump or this funk where we kind of get bored with what we're doing, we're losing the determination, we're forgetting or getting sidetracked from our goals, and we really start to get unfocused about exactly why we are working out. We're working out because we want to give our bodies a healthful lifestyle. We want to make sure that, we are getting enough movement to give us stamina and energy. We want to stay active for our heart and lungs and things like that. But you want to enjoy it. You don't want to get into a thing where you feel like it's a punishment or where you feel like you have to do it. And I think a lot of times we do get into that mindset of where we are stuck and we feel like we have to do this workout. We dread it. I know lately, as much as I do enjoy, working out and lifting and things like that, sometimes I like to just really do whatever I want, but still get my body moving. So this morning, normally, I get on to my online streaming of workouts, and I do whatever structured workout is set up there, or I find one that is already laid out for me. But today I decided, you know what, I don't want to have to look at a screen, I don't want to have to watch somebody else. I'm just gonna write down a few high intensity interval training exercises. I'm going to lay them out. I'm going to time them as like Tabatas or high intervals, and I'm just going to go with the flow. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to lay it out for myself. I'm going to do moves that I want to do, and I'm still going to get a good workout in. So that's exactly what I did, and honestly had so much enjoyment from being able to lay out what I wanted to do, and that doesn't mean like you have to really enjoy every single move. Like I added some triple bears into what I was doing today, and they're not my favorite workout, but honestly the best part of writing your own workout is you can pick which ones you like. The triple bears aren't my favorite, but they are a good quad workout. They are a good cardio move. So I added those in, and honestly, I didn't dread them nearly as much as I would have if, I knew they were coming up in my lineup of what somebody else had lined up for me after maybe another move that I didn't enjoy. So what I did is I just wrote down, whatever moves I could think of, and I created my own workout and it was less than a half hour long. It was about 25 minutes long, including warm up and cool down, and I got a good workout in. I burned, over 150 calories. Well, my watch said that I burned over 150 calories, but I wasn't really concerned about the calories, right? I was concerned about getting that cardiovascular work, still getting, a good workout in, a good sweat on, but also getting in a workout that I enjoyed, and that when I was done, I felt like, okay, that was fun. And some people's definition of fun is definitely going to be different. But after I finished that workout, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to really let loose, and I'm going to dance for 15 minutes. And get my body moving just for 15 minutes. So in a total, it was about 40 minutes. And I really truly enjoyed it. It really felt refreshing to me and kind of helped me get my determination back on point, because I've been on this journey for so long that sometimes I do forget that I've come so far. Even though I have, a ways to go, I have come so far. And I think a lot of people do forget that And when they're in a structured routine and they're maybe not seeing the results that they want, maybe something they need to do is just switch it up. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to write your own routine, but if that's something that you think you would enjoy doing, try it out. Like, you never know, maybe you could come up with a workout that's just as good as if somebody else did it. And you can write down the moves you like. If you don't like burpees, maybe try something out. Or if you want to set up something where you are doing all of your favorite moves, maybe you're going 3-4 rounds and they're only 20 seconds long. Like, you can get a good workout in under 30 minutes. You can get a good sweat on, and I'm telling you, I had one of those sweat belts on just to support my lower back, but when I took it off, it was literally dripping sweat. And it felt really refreshing to be able to come up with my own routine, and it kind of made me feel a little bit confident too, because I had done this with my first pregnancy, but I never really wrote anything down or had like a structured workout. It was kind of just whatever came to mind. And today I kind of structured my own workout, and it was really nice to see how far I've come, where I trust in my own ability to create a workout that I know is going to work for me and that isn't laid out for me, because it can be very scary, especially if you're coming from something that you've been doing for a while. It can be scary to kind of branch out and not follow someone else and kind of be responsible for your own your own results, especially during that workout. So as it was kind of scary, which sounds silly, but it was also very like refreshing for me to be able to step out from somebody else creating something for me that I know is going to work, and find something that I created for myself that I know is going to work. So if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw kind of the layout of what I had set up for myself. But if you didn't, I'd be happy to share that with you if you just want to reach out. fat2fitrevolution@gmail.com, and I can share that with you and kind of show you what my idea of a higher Tabatas workout or high intensity interval training, kind of whatever you want. But you can pick your own times, you can pick your own moves, you can pick if you take a complete rest or maybe you just march in place for your rest periods. I felt like I needed to still move, but I didn't want to be doing something that was really high impact. So for example, instead of resting for 10 seconds, I would do 20 seconds of a high interval, high knees, jogging or sprinting in place, burpees, stairs, squat jumps, things like that. And then instead of taking a full rest where I wasn't moving at all, I would march in place for those 10 seconds of rest, and then I would start again. And I did 2 rounds of those, and then I also added core. So you can see kind of what plays well for you, what works for you, what you enjoy. Maybe you want to do like 1 minute of moderate intensity with maybe a 20-second rest, or 20 seconds of marching in place, or maybe jogging in place, and kind of see what works for you. Play around with it. It is, again, just like with nutrition, it's a lot of trial and error of seeing what works for you. And sometimes you're not going to fit into a cookie cutter diet. You can take things, you can mix them up, and it really does help to relight that inspiration when it comes to working out and finding that spark, because when you've been on the journey for a long time, you can lose that spark. It is something that can commonly happen, but there are ways to relight that fire and to help you really get that confidence and things like that. And this is just a really good way to do it, mixing up your workouts, mixing up your nutrition. Maybe take your workout outside. I've seen a lot of people that I follow on Instagram or friends that practice yoga have been taking their practice outside, even though it's snowing or it's cold. They find it refreshing to just get that change of scenery. Maybe this means going to the gym for you. Maybe this means getting outside, bundling up and going for a walk. Maybe this means adding your, if you have a baby or a toddler, maybe that means using them as a weight instead of, strength training and doing body weight safely, obviously. Doing safe body weight exercises, but adding, couple extra pounds or whatnot to it, to just refresh it and make it fun and really experiment and use the opportunities that you've been given, because you're able to move, you're able to be active. So why not try new things out? Maybe that means taking a class, or maybe that means trying something that you're uncomfortable with. Maybe you are like me and you've tried out a couple dance classes or dance workouts, and while they make you feel uncoordinated and you don't feel that confident, maybe it's something that you need to try, and maybe you'll catch on and you'll actually really enjoy it. I know when I first did a program called Turbo Fire by Shailene Johnson, the first couple times I did it, I felt super uncoordinated. I felt like, what am I doing? This is crazy. It was super like fast paced for me. And actually, after doing it a while, I actually really, really enjoy it. I like the style. I like that there's a lot of, like uppercuts and cross punches and things like that, where you're using your core, you're utilizing those muscles in your core and really engaging them to work out. And it's really important to look and try out new things and mix it up. And when you feel like you're getting into a funk when it comes to workouts, change it up, take it outside. Maybe you don't do a structured workout, maybe you come up with one on your own, or maybe you try a workout you've never done before, or one that you have done before but maybe you didn't feel super comfortable doing it. Try something new, try something that is going to challenge you, and not just challenge you in the sense of physically, but challenge you mentally, make you look for a new sense of confidence in something that you may not feel so confident in doing, but maybe after you try it 3 or 4 times, or even more than that, it's something that you come to find that you really enjoy and that you want to add to your routine. There's no shame in not following a cookie cutter diet or following a structured program, as long as you're doing something that makes you happy and get your body moving. It really does depend on you. It's up to each and every individual to enjoy their workout, enjoy the journey, and find fitness fun. Fitness is not a punishment for what you've eaten or why, or I know a lot of people look at their body and say, oh, I'm so big, I need to do, crazy burpees and these, half tucks and like all these crazy things all at one time, but you're not really enjoying it. You're like punishing your body, and that's not what fitness is about. Fitness is about, sustainability and having fun and enjoying the journey and really making it something that you can see yourself doing for the rest of your life. And maybe that means changing it up every once in a while. Maybe that means, you kind of phase out, or you phase, whatever workouts you're doing, or you try a new program and see if you like it. It is all really trial and error. And my best advice for you is, when you do get into that, slump of feeling like you're kind of dreading your workout and you don't really want to do it, you're kind of putting it off, you're procrastinating, try something new. Try a change of scenery and finding something that you will enjoy and that won't feel like a chore. It'll feel like you are actually getting your body moving, but you also have a smile on your face, at least after, if not during. Because that's really truly what's going to make it sustainable and what is going to make it enjoyable in the long run. Because there are so many people out here doing these crazy workouts that aren't really enjoying it and find that they dread it. And you don't want to dread it, because what's the fun in that? What's the fun in life if you're not enjoying what you're doing and how you're adding value to your journey? So thank you so much for joining us on this episode, and make sure to stay tuned for future episodes. So much for tuning in today and sharing this time with me. Please stay tuned for future episodes and check out my podcast.